Stop searching. Open your mind. Let's go.
And I'll be honest with you.
Open your mind. This is X from the Prophet of Thought series. You know, the Frontistery. What if the man was black? And the reason why I titled this because I've been watching this story about this young college swimmer, okay? And this guy, he went to trial, blue trial, got convicted of rape. I believe he got convicted of rape, penetration with an object, and another felony. I think he got jammed with like 2 or 3 felonies. And all they gave this young white boy was 6 months. Now, those of us who have had our run-ins with law enforcement know you would get 6 months. you would get 6 months for the littlest of things. So how the hell does a guy go to trial, okay, gets convicted by a jury, and gets only 6 months? Now, what if the man was black? If he was black and he had pled to those cases, he probably still would have ended up with about 2 years. Okay, he would have did at least a year if he would have just pled out to it. But somehow, some way, this white boy was able to get 6 months after being convicted after trial. And the main reason cited, now this is the real kicker, the main reason cited is because him going to jail would cause undue harm to his life. Man, I wish the judges in all the cases that I had against me had worried about the undue harm and the inconvenience that would have taken place in my life if I had spent too much time in the hoosgow. But for some reason, this white boy, this Stanford swimmer, okay, now mind you, let's be clear, he was going to Stanford, so I would imagine his parents had money, okay, and I know they bankrolled his defense, and more than likely, his lawyers probably played golf with the judge or something like that. But if he had been a black man, would that be the same case? Would it be the same if the man was black? Now, those of us as black men, we know that when it comes to crime and punishment, the undue harm that's going to take place on our lives because of it never even plays into it, okay? Never even plays into it. They cite this probationary report that was written up on him before he got sentenced. You know, all of that stuff, I guess it touched the judge's heart. I don't even know. All I know is that if that man had been black, trust me, we would be having a total different conversation. Okay? A total different conversation. Because there's no way that a man could be convicted of rape and a few more other charges and end up doing 6 months in jail. We all know that. But because he was some white boy, some rich white kid, okay, with rich parents, somehow he was able to dodge true punishment, okay? True punishment. I mean, man, I did 3.5 years just because I was with someone who committed a crime. Are you trying to tell me a kid can go out here and rape some girl and go to trial, and all he get is 6 months because he touched the judge's heart? Come on, man. That's bullshit, okay? And we all know it. Because if he was black, that judge would have threw the book at him after trial. He would have got the maximum sentence. He would have got the maximum time, and that would have been it. And I don't give a damn who his lawyers were, okay? That's just the way it would have ended up. And we all know that. So for anybody to say anything different from that just hasn't been paying attention over the past 20, 30 years when it comes to the American criminal justice system, okay? Now, mind you, people are protesting. okay? And they're getting a petition together. I think they got like 1 million signatures, and they want to get this judge removed off the bench. And you know what? At first, I disagreed with it, but now I do agree, because maybe this is the kind of thing that needs to happen, okay? This is the kind of thing that needs to happen. You know, for once, people are making a move because somebody white did something. Now, I think the outrage would probably be a little more extreme. The outrage would probably be more I don't want to say bombastic, but I think that the outrage would be at a greater level if the young man was black and had only got 6 months for raping some white girl, okay? But anyway, they are calling for the judge to be removed off the bench, and I think he should be removed off the bench. Like I said, these are the type of things that need to happen. When people with positions of power, whether they be a judge, a cop, a mayor, whatever the case may be, when they do something that's over the top, okay, out of the fence, they should lose their job. They should lose their finances. They should lose their pension. They should lose something, okay? They should, because a message needs to be sent, all right? A message does need to be sent, because if the man was black, you know we would be having a different conversation, okay? They wouldn't have to protest, because instead of getting 6 months, he probably would have got 12 years, 20 years, all right? Especially if he raped some white girl. He would have definitely got some years, not some months. And we got to understand that. I mean, it's in our faces now. I mean, the unfair treatment, okay? Fairness has been totally removed, okay, out of the criminal justice system. And when you talk about the criminal justice system, the key word is justice, all right? And my definition of justice is everybody being treated the same. That is justice. That is justice, when everybody gets treated the same. And this young white boy did not get treated the same way a young black man would have been treated. He got less time after blowing trial than a black man would have got on a plea deal. And like I said, anybody who's had run-ins with law enforcement knows what I'm talking about. I will say again, he got less time after blowing trial, y'all, than a black man would have got if he had pled to those same charges. And when you listen to something like that, it's like it's not even real, okay? I mean, I've had my run-ins with the law too, and let me tell you something. Anything I've ever done, I had more than 6 months. I say again, I mean, back in the day, I got knocked with somebody who was doing something. I got knocked with a brother who was robbing somebody. I was just there, okay? And I did 3.5 years behind that shit. I had shot nobody, hurt nobody, raped nobody, killed nobody, gave nobody drugs, sold nobody drugs, took nothing from nobody. I did 3.5 years behind that. But you trying to tell me, okay, and I took a plea deal, and got 3.5 years. But a white man can go to trial, get knocked for rape, and do 6 months because you don't want to hurt his family's feelings? You don't want to take him away from his home for too long? I mean, come on, man. You can't tell me that his lawyers don't play golf with the judge. Either that, or the judge is just incapable of rendering any type of comprehensive sentences, okay? And if you was to go back through this judge's files, I'm pretty sure he has given young black men way more time than 6 months for doing a lot less, okay? How many people have he sent up the river for little crumbs of crack to do 5 and 10 years? Okay, how many people have he sent up the river, okay, for freaking, how many people have he put in jail because of petty crimes where they've done 5 years? How many black men have he sent, even worse, how many black men has he sent to jail for 5, 10, 15, 20 years for raping somebody? That's what you really got to look at. How many people have he sent to jail for 5 and 10, 15 years who pled. Forget the people that went to trial in blue. How many people has he sent to jail for 5 and 10 and 15 years who pled? But mysteriously, the white boy from Stanford College, Stanford U, gets 6 months because he didn't want to inconvenience his life. He didn't want to inconvenience his damn parents' life. I wish these damn judges would start taking that into consideration when they start handing down 10 and 20 years to brothers with a little bit of drugs in their pocket. Handing down 10 and 20 years for a brother having a gun in his pocket. Handing down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years when the brother get into a fight. Handing down 10, 20, 30 years for a brother who raped somebody. Think about that. I say again, is it justice? Because if the man was black, if the man were black, he wouldn't have got justice. Because I say again, justice is everybody being treated the same. And if that man was black, he would not have gotten treated the same as that white boy. I know it. All of y'all out there listening know it. And that damn judge knows it too. None of this would be happening. There would be no outrage. There would be no protests. It wouldn't make the news. Because they would have slammed him if he was a black man. They would have slammed him if he had raped somebody. They would have slammed him for anything, especially after blowing trial. He would have gotten slammed if the man was black. Prophet of Thought series. Open your mind.
And I'll be honest with you,